I'm Cassidy, I'm 18, I review books. This is my first official webcast. I don't know if that's the word for it. Tell me if I'm wrong. Two things. One, if any of you knows how to make a YouTube channel look a lot more professional than mine does, and I think it's red and yellow right now because I thought the colors were pretty, message me and let me know. I would love that. I know nothing about the internet. I'm just now learning how to upload a YouTube video, except for one time I uploaded a video for a fake Maximum Ride trailer that I did for my English class, and everybody tore it apart. But they didn't realize I didn't make it for YouTube, I made it for a class. Oh well. Anyways, if you didn't see my last video, that's okay. It was awkward. I'm basically a person who just eats a lot of books. I think I just said eats. I meant reads, because eating books is frowned upon. I read a lot of books, also I eat them sometimes, and I decided I wanted to start reviewing them, and this is my first review. Today I'm reviewing a book called Incarceron by Catherine Fischer. I'll admit, when I first read the book, I kept saying incarceration in my head because that's actually a word, and is it Incarceron or Incarcerin? I don't know. Anyways, if you haven't heard the rumor, Incarceron is being made into a movie right now, and they're thinking of using Taylor Lautner as the character Finn and Emma Watson as Princess Claudia. Oh wait, she's not a princess, but she acts like one, so whatever. But it's the weirdest pairing I've ever heard in my life, and that doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, that's not what this is about, unless you want it to be about that, in which case, comment and I will comment back. Anyways, Incarceron. Well, okay, so I finally finished this book a few days ago. I actually finished reading it in class because I was really bored. Basically, if you're into a lot of subliminal messages about, like, today's society and random bits of philosophy about life as compared to a prison, this is the book for you. I mean, I loved it. I really did. The storyline was interesting. It was great. Pretty much just the world ended. They weren't very clear on what happened, but I have a feeling that if there is a second book, I haven't really looked into that yet, they'll, tell a little bit more about it. So the world starts up again, and they pretty much put anyone who poses a threat to the new world, which is, in their eyes, pretty much everybody, idealists, politicians, anyone who so much as sneezed in the wrong direction, is in this prison called Incarceron. Including the main character, Finn, who people want Lautner to play. I don't know, I think Taylor Lautner kind of looks like a llama, but whatever. Okay, so pretty much, Finn is trying to get out of this prison, Incarceron, and a ton of crazy stuff happens. He has his blood brother, Kiro, or whatever, and he's kind of a douche. And, I'm trying to find a way. It's really a tough book to summarize because it's so complicated. This girl, not the princess, the warden of Incarceron, has a daughter named Claudia. Claudia, with the help of her tutor, whose name is not James, even though that's the word that's going through my mouth right now. My mind, also my mouth, like, right now. Her tutor, we'll just say her tutor from now, who are really good friends, realize that there's something wrong about Incarceron, like something strange about it. It's supposed to be a paradise for prisoners, but you're seeing from Finn's point of view that it's not a paradise at all. People are dying left and right, having kids in the prison. Bunch of crazy stuff. He pretty much is part of a mafia that is being run inside the prison, so it's like a prison within a prison. I don't know. Anyway, their fates intertwine, and Claudia's trying not to get married, and I don't know, Finn wants to get out, and they end up being able to communicate with each other, and they're trying to get out, and then she finds out Incarceron is on an itty-bitty speck, because they shrunk it. I really don't know how to explain it any other way but that. Anyways, here's my review so far. It was an incredibly well thought out plot. It was really interesting, surprising from beginning to end. However, Catherine Fisher's characters were empty. They don't have a soul. Or if they do, we only get bits and pieces of them through dialogue, which generally all sounds the same most times. I mean, Kiro says mean things, Finn questions his greater purpose, and Atisha, is it Adia? I couldn't even say her name. Adia is a total mystery, no matter what she says. Everything that comes out of her mouth doesn't really contribute to her character. Claudia, she was interesting. I mean, she was intelligent, but she was kind of snooty, so it was kind of hard to listen to her and think that she knew what she was talking about. So it's not a lot to go off on. I, for one, am really big on character development, and there just wasn't enough to make me super happy about, everything else. I don't really know how to explain it. There's no character development, no personality. I mean, there's inner turmoil, sure, but that's not enough to make me relate to a character. Anyways, all in all, I loved this book for 2 reasons. One, the battles, because they were cool, and they were just not like normal battles you'd read in any other kind of book. And 2, I loved, I don't know, isn't it weird how you can like a book, but not like a book very much? I mean, I like this book, but I'm just saying as an example, but you can love the quotes inside the book. Like, I really liked, who said it? Somebody said, only a man who has known freedom can define his prison. Nice. In my head, see, I have a Kindle and you can highlight it, and I was just like, yeah, nice. I loved it. But, every now and again there was a super happy poem. One of them was, walls have ears, doors have eyes, trees have voices, beasts tell lies. Beware the rain, beware the snow, but beware the man you think you know. Ooh, I loved that kind of stuff. The poems, the little bits of literature that they had little bits of literature before every chapter to show like what they thought about Incarceron and stuff like that. It was really good. I don't understand why they're working on making this a movie right now. I read a lot of books, and a lot of times I think, wow, this would be a great movie in my head. After I was finished with Incarceron and I found out it was going to be a movie, I was like, why are they not working on Maximum Ride or like, let me think of a good example, Splendor Falls, but they're working on Incarceron. I mean, I'm fine with it, and it'll be interesting, but why? I don't know. I liked the book as a whole. I really had no problem with it. Thought it was interesting, good read. I would recommend it. However, if you're a big stickler on character development and, like, personality and, like, romance, no, not for you. Basically, if you're a huge Twilight fan and you love romance and a lot of dialogue, no. Not for you. I, for one, love dialogue. So it was really hard for me to get through this book sometimes because there's so much description. But it's like Aragon, like in the ways where there's really only like 5 passages of dialogue, but it's worth it. So I think you should read it. Tell me what you think. If you have read it, comment. If you haven't read it, comment. I don't really care. I'm just trying to get this channel some, something to go off of. This will probably have 0 views for a few months, but that's okay. My word's out there, and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. The next book I'm going to be reviewing is, what's on the list? Well, I keep a list on my Kindle. Good stuff. Is, okay, The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. There's also a sequel to that book called The Dead Tossed Waves. I haven't read it yet, but we will see about The Forest of Hands and Teeth tomorrow. So, thank you for listening. Tell people about me. Comment, subscribe. I don't really know how YouTube works. Thanks. Later.